Hello and welcome to FESTOOL TV. My name is Frank. Let's continue with the kitchen worktop jointing system APS 2. In the last video you saw how I carried out the milling groove along the longitudinal piece. Now I'd like to route the cross piece. I'll draw the little curve here. I'll be working all of that. If I start routing from this side, we've got to be careful of one thing. Since the cutter rotates clockwise, this edge won't be cleanly routed when I'm leaving the material. It'll create splinters here. To prevent that from happening, I'll turn the worktop over. I'm just securing it. Now I'll route this side using the edge of the cutter and work the edge of the worktop. This means I'll have a greater transition into my longitudinal piece. The APS fits on here. Of course, I've got to rotate the template too. I'm working with my bolts again. The first bolt goes in the front hole to make the first stop. Then I'll put in the second and third bolt. Depending on how large the worktop is. The APS is now aligned. I'm fixing the rail to the worktop using the two lever clamps. Now I can start routing. If I can't route off much of my workpiece because of its length, I can move the rail slightly further towards the edge in order to compensate. If the way the building is constructed means a 90-degree angle is not possible, I can slightly alter the angle on the rail. Of course, this then means it's a little longer. But I can compensate for small angle differences in this way. So we do have options, but I've got to be careful here. At FESTOOL, we won't give any exact dimensions for that. We've now adjusted everything. I'll put the router on the template system and connect everything. I'll use the same procedure as with the previous milling groove. I'll start the first milling groove at the maximum depth. Then I'll cut 4 or 5 millimeters into the worktop from the front to ensure a clean cut. Then I'll cut at the back. This is where I'll insert the cutter before the end of the worktop. I'll carry out the second routing step using a little more than half of the routing depth. Finally, I'll cut along this edge for the precision routing.
So.
The profile is now routed. The next stage is to route the holes for our connectors.
Das Fräsen unseres Verbinders.
We can route a connector like this, or the Domino XL connector. I'd like to show you this type of joint because the relevant template is on the APS. There are two different lengths, the 120mm length and the smaller 60mm length. I can use my bolts in the corresponding holes for each of the joint types.
Löcher, die Bolzen zu platzieren für die jeweilige Verbinderart. Das heißt, entweder die größere oder
in my case, I'm using the smaller, shorter joint. Of course, you can also manually measure the APS.
Manuell einzumessen, das heißt, man geht dann einfach auf
You do this for the center,
und das ist natürlich auch immer wieder abhängig
but it depends on the position of the crossbeam for the kitchen furniture.
Möbel, wo sich diese befinden, sodass
I don't want to have any problems screwing together the worktop from below.
Die Küchenarbeitsbeile dann zusammenschrauben müssen, sodass ich hier nicht in Kollision komme. Und so habe ich die Möglichkeit, dann individuell
So I can individually position, adjust and route the connectors using the rail system.
Arbeitsplatte zu platzieren, über dieses Schienensystem dann auszurichten und dann eben zu fräsen. Auch hier die gleiche
The procedure is the same. We'll mount the clamps, set the depth, and route the hole. To achieve the best possible precision fit, we can also fit a small domino dowel. This means I can level my worktop when I put it together. When the routing is finished, we'll see the result.
Mal so gefräst haben. So. Und was ich ebenfalls hier
I'll recommend working the edge on the reverse with a small sanding block.
Das Ganze hier ein bisschen auf der Rückseite natürlich zu entfernen.
This removes any protruding chips.
Späne habe und natürlich
Of course, you should also seal the surface and put a small line of silicone around the bottom.
Kleinen Silikonspur im unteren Bereich versehen. So, holen wir unser
Let's get our other worktop piece.
Und jetzt kommt wie immer
Now it's the moment of truth. When we put the worktop together, we'll see it fits beautifully. Now we can bring the worktop together.
Das Ganze natürlich noch wunderbar zusammenziehen und hier das Ergebnis dann zeigen.
I hope you enjoyed seeing something new and learning some tips and tricks.
Neues zu sehen, beziehungsweise Tipps und Tricks.
I hope you'll tune in again soon. I'm Frank. Thanks for watching. See you next time.